I have studied thousands of innovation efforts and found that the distinction between success and failure boils down to 6 words. The successful ones think big, start small, and learn fast. This has been said by Chan Kamui, author and advisor on strategy and innovation, in an article published in Forbes website. As you contemplate your plans and aspirations, consider how these words might apply to you and your plans. Let's start from the first one. Think big and dream big. But what does it mean exactly? Does it mean to set high goals or try to do something that barely anybody can do? No, that is completely wrong understanding about thinking big and dreaming big. Do not confuse thinking big with setting big goals for you. Setting big goals which are not attainable by you will only disappoint and discourage you. Do not overestimate your abilities in a short term. As Bill Gates says, people usually overestimate what they can do in a year, but they underestimate what they can do in 10 years. Think big means that you should try to consider all possible solutions for your problems, a full range of possible situations which might happen in the future to hold you back, and all possible outcomes. This is how successful people think. They do not restrict themselves only to the current circumstance, current location, current technology, or current constraints. They think beyond that. How to change the circumstances if it is needed. How to change the location if needed. How to relate to other people if we need them. How to utilize the new emerging technologies if it is required. How to get more money if we really need that. Do not only think about your limited resources. Free up your mind to relate to global resources, to think globally, to find the better solutions, better ideas, and better picture of what you really want. Consider the self-driving car team in Google. They wanted to make driving easier and better for everyone, but they went beyond that and instead they thought about how to remove human in driving and make it safer, more enjoyable, and more comfortable. Instead of making a slightly better car, they are trying to revolutionize the concept of driving. Think of Tesla. Instead of only aiming at making a more beautiful, or faster, or more powerful car, they decided to try something completely new, disruptive, and game-changer. Of course, it is quite challenging for them, but you can start small to make it doable. Think of all creative and innovative people who went beyond their time, the people who changed the concept of comedy in movies, or the people who created a new style in music, painting, and art. All people who changed our belief about the world, thought big and dreamed big. In contrast, those who fail typically think small. They assume that the future will be a slightly different version of the present, and of course, it's human nature to be short-sighted. Yes, think big, but start small. This is the second part of magic words. Start small. Break your idea down into smaller pieces for testing and evaluation. Do not allow yourself to make decisions solely on intuition, or do not lock in on financial projections based on wishful thinking. Defer important decisions until you have real data and information for making decisions. Achieving the goals is not possible overnight. You have to break down your goal into smaller goals which are aligned with your big picture. Amazon was only a small web shop for selling books in the beginning. Google was only a trial idea of creating a new search engine, which was done by 2 university students as a university project. You don't need to make a massive bet just on a single idea. Do not underestimate the power of tiny actions. Divide and conquer. Just divide complex and big challenges into smaller pieces, and you will see how easier you can cope with big challenges. A large body of studies shows that successful people and companies learn very fast, especially from their failures. And this is the third part of magic words. They do not stick to their opinions as soon as they find them wrong. Keep asking and never stop learning from your mistakes and others. Believe that the failure from which you did not learn enough would happen again in the future. So learn it before it happens again to you. If you fail despite having a good plan and working hard, it means that something in your mind needs to change. Maybe your view and your perspective about that problem. Do not forget that only by working hard, you will not succeed. You need a smart view about the problem and about the situation. Change your view. Ask qualified outsiders to give advice to you. Put yourself in others' shoes. Read more and remember that readers are leaders. These are the ways you can learn faster. And finally, keep in mind this beautiful quote from Albert Einstein. Imagination is more important than knowledge. Logic will get you from point A to point B, but imagination will take you everywhere. So, dream big.